All right, here we have one of my favorite cars from the 80s. Oh, and first, before I actually start, I want to apologize for the shaky cam. I'm just doing this on a phone. Any wind noise and background noise, I'm outside. I have no studio, no editing. This is all one shot, one take. With that being said, this is one of the coolest 80s. This is one of the coolest 80s cars ever, and personally, one of my dream cars. This one has seen better days, as most of the cars I film have. And I honestly don't know if this one would even be savable because see all that right there? Got all that water and mud. Probably have rotted the frame away. I wouldn't be surprised if the undercarriage is basically a wet noodle on this car. Right here is a little less muddy. I might be able to show you the interior. And I've taken a look at this one. It sat back here for 12 years, I think. No, it's still too muddy. It does have T-tops. And I think this is an SS. I'm pretty sure it's an SS, like a real SS. But I don't know. Could have been somebody had one and then put a SS front clip on it, but I think only the SS's had T-tops. 350, 5.7 liter V8 under the hood. This one, I think, has had stuff done to it. Again, sat back here for a very, very long time. But I do believe the engine runs in this one. It hasn't been started in years, so I can't prove that claim. And I have nothing to start it on me. And again, like all the cars, bar a few, I don't own this one. I just have permission to film it. So I don't want to go messing with trying to start it or anything. Maybe someday, if I get permission to, I will. Because I think it'd be really cool to see some of these. So if you want to see this car start, go ahead and click away now. Because this car's not starting in this video. I'm just talking about and showing it off. Because this is a really cool car. I want to say they had like 250, 300 horsepower and around the same amount of torque. But don't quote me again. I really only like this car for the looks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a cool engine, it's a cool car. I do know it's a G-body. It's based off the G-body platform for GM, which is the same thing as all the Caprices, the Caprice, the Buick Regals, all your Chevys minus your Cadillacs. I don't think Cadillac rides on a B-body. I could be wrong though. Like all your two-door, I know it's a unibody construction, at least I believe. I want to say these are unibody cars. Again, don't quote me on anything. I'm just some random kid on the internet talking about a car in pretty much a graveyard. Talking about a car in pretty much a graveyard. I do believe this car was a metallic black. I want to open the door. Hey, look. No. Too thick. You can't really see the inside either through the glass. But I'm wearing really raggedy shoes right now, and I don't really feel like getting muddy. Maybe I can get to it without sinking into the mud. This side locked. No, it's not. Yep, as you can see, the target top is not leaking. Not the target, but the T-top. The interior is in really good shape for what it is. Again, if the frame's rotted away, this thing would be great for parts. An amazing parts car because the interior's in phenomenal shape for it having sat for 12 years. Been sealed up. I'm not going to claim this car is all original. I think it is, minus the engine being modified. Because I can tell you for a fact, this engine back here has been modified. I don't know how or what's been done to it, but I can tell because it's got an aluminum intake, Holley carburetor. Those might be the extent. The distribution's probably aftermarket. Close up the hood best I can. But now I guess for the daydreaming part of my videos, as I normally do, if you own one of these, I think a really cool thing you could do with it is, I wouldn't LS swap it. I'd leave it old school. Leave it old school, put a big cam in it, supercharge it. It'd be great. LS swaps are cool and all, but they're done to death. And if you want to do an LS swap, more power to you. I ain't gonna put down an LS swap. They're cool. It's just, I would rather do something else because I like being different. I do something because I have more fun, even if it is less powerful or not the fastest thing out there, because it's different. I have more fun doing something different than what everyone else does. If you want to have the fastest, baddest thing out there, LS swap. If you want to go with something modern and be a little different, Hemi or Hemi motor or a Coyote motor. If you want to be really oddball out there and you have money, Audi, BMW V8. Some foreign V8. Or 4-cylinder swap. Really, the sky's the limit when you go to swapping stuff. But I think it'd be really cool to just see one of these with like a Hellcat engine in it. Truthfully, anything would be cool to see in one of these. They fit almost everything. But on that, thank you for watching and have a good one.